It's Portland Bulldogs boys basketball on WPPS. Brought to you by the Portland Public Schools. Promise, prepared, and empowered. Now we send you to the broadcast booth with Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt. Good evening. It's December 7th, 2018, and we are here at Noble High School for tonight's exciting boys basketball action between the Noble Knights and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt for WPPS TV3. Frank, opening night for the Bulldogs. Always an exciting time.
Absolutely, Steve. This 2018 edition and the 111th season of Portland High School basketball looks to be a little different than we've seen in the past. Gone to the big names, the Teron Mosses, the Manny Yugus, the Griffin Foleys, and here to stay are the Trey Balloux, Simon Chadbournes, and Pedro Fonsecas. So we'll see what Coach Russo, the master, can do if he can coach these guys up and continue that great tradition.
Frank, we had a chance to talk to Coach Russo. Coach, your 29th year, 419 wins, 5 state championships. This year, we have 3 big players coming back, and Simon Chadbourne, Pedro Fonseca, Trey Balloux. What else is in store for this team this year?
Well, they're going to grow every day. We have a lot of new players, a lot of new parts that we have to kind of repetition, work on it for the kids. So it's one of these teams that they're going to grow. We're looking for some newcomers to step in and help out the 3 returning players. We're toying with a point guard. For 4 years we had Teron, so no one really played that position. And I tried pretty much everybody there so far, and they all do a nice job. But I got to pick one for consistency. So that's my first probably goal right now, is to find a consistent point guard.
Well, as Mike Hoffer says, you are the master at December to February strategy in terms of figuring out who your players are and how to get the most out of them, because we noticed that too. What do you have you checked out the Noble team at all? There's no film yet. I mean,
yeah, we scout every team pretty well, but to be honest with you, we haven't, because of the new league. We don't see Noble as often. But I'll tell you, we're not going to take them lightly, because usually we come down here and all 3 teams win fairly easy. As you just saw, the freshmen won by 1 point. The JVs lost by 3 points. So Noble seems like they're getting better. And we're a new team, so we cannot take them lightly tonight.
Coach, you were inducted into the Maine Basketball Hall of Fame this summer, and it was a great ceremony. You've gained something back since that ceremony, which is your hair. So we understand that you're on the upside here in terms of the illness that you've had.
Yeah, I went down to Boston on Monday and had another PET scan, and that came back good. So they'll see me in 3 more months. So I kind of live my lifestyle 3 months at a time. So it's a nice feeling, early Christmas gift. I don't have to worry about traveling down there. I don't have to think about it for 3 months. So I'm really grateful and happy.
Coach, we're very happy for you. We look forward to a great season. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Coach Russo, with the role for each player, we know about the big 3 returners. We're not sure about any of the others yet.
Exactly, Steve. And one of the great unknowns is a transfer from Westbrook, Jeremiah Alato. Look for him to play strong inside of the forward position, play good defense, and crash the boards. But as you said, Steve, back to those big 3, this year's where we're really going to have to see the emergence of Trey Balloux as a scorer, as a consistent inside defender. Chadbourne is going to have to hit some 3s contested now. He's not going to have the defense drawn away from him by Teron Moss and Griffin Foley. And Pedro Fonseca has to be a leader on both ends of the court.
Folks, the Portland Bulldogs have won 3 out of the last 5 state Class A or AA basketball championships. It promises to be an exciting season, and we're going to bring it to you here starting next on WPPS TV 1302. So here we go with the starting lineups. Stillman Mahan starting tonight. Pedro Fonseca. Richard Greenwood. Trey Balloux. Louis Gaddis.
Also important to note, Steve, Simon Chadbourne in street clothes tonight. He will not be suited up for tonight's contest.
So we understand he's under the weather.
And we wish him well.
Tyler Oliver. Bryce Canton. Brandon Drake. Garrett Brown. Cal Kennedy, number 24, round out the starting 5 for the Noble Knights. So as we pan around the arena, you see all of the many gymnastics, football, and especially wrestling championships of Noble. And of course, they have a ton of good sportsmanship awards as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about the year that they have had so far in the fall, as they have done unexpectedly well in several areas. Now here we go with the tip-off. So Trey Ballou is in the middle with Drake. Wins it. Pedro tries to get a look. Here's Greenwood in the corner.
That's just what the doctor ordered to start off, Steve. Nice triple for Richard Greenwood.
You know, right where they left off, but there you go. Actually, maybe a little better than the way they left off against Wyndham last year. And the shot is up, and Pedro gets the rebound.
Noble hustling back on defense. They know this Portland team can burn them on the run.
So a lot of nice hustle there by Mahan, who gets his own rebound on the follow. In the corner, he's open. In and out.
Portland out shooting early. Nice hustle by Louis Gaddis to secure the rebound.
Greenwood not there. Oop. Reverse. Gaddis goes up hard and is stuffed, and there goes Greenwood up and in. So Greenwood gets the first 5. It's a timeout. The score is 5-0 Portland. Here we go, folks.
That'll be jump ball. Arrow goes to Noble. Portland showing man-to-man.
Yeah, that's, well.
And that'll be a backcourt violation.
Backcourt, and now Greenwood to take the ball in. Pedro is right here with him. 6:37 left in the first quarter. 5-0 is the score. Portland in front here at the home of the Noble Knights. Noble has had quite a fall. Their cheerleading team won the, I believe, the SMAA championship. Their golf team won the SMAA championship. They have had a good fall season athletically. Of course, traditionally known as a wrestling powerhouse during this season. Gaddis in the middle, triple teamed, and he gets it over to Mahan on the right side. Ballou on the outside. Inside to Gaddis, outside again. And
the 3-second violation on Ballou, Portland's first turnover of the night.
And of the season.
Ballou playing with tape on his right hand. So his index and middle fingers, something to keep an eye on as we go through the night.
Tricky dribble there by Oliver.
Here we have traveled there.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of those calls. You don't see them all the way from the NBA on down, it seems. That is a nifty move by Oliver there for two.
And it looks like a 1-2-2 press. Portland breaks it with relative ease. Oh, great look by Gaddis.
Oh, inside.
Everybody in the gym thought that was going to the corner to Greenwood. Dumps it into Ballou for two.
So there still is an inside game in high school basketball.
You know, when you have a guy like Trey Ballou, you got to use it. That's short.
Yeah, that's a shot by Canton, and it'll be Portland ball. 7-2 is the score. 5:16 left here in the first quarter. Portland in front. Down in North Berwick. Ballou to Greenwood on the left side. Nice double pump and in. Well, let me tell you, it looks like it's going to be a little fun to watch Mr. Greenwood this year. Chip Greenwood.
He had a few minutes in the last season as an underclassman. Now he's looking to step up.
Oh, that's a travel. And it is called.
And number 20, Garrett Brown, wanted a foul, but the official said the travel came first.
Number 3, Ryan Sullivan. Number 10, Adam Boucher are in for Noble.
Well, 1-3-1 look from Noble.
Gaddis.
Gaddis dead in the water, turns it over.
Nice defensive effort by Noble. Up and a nice floater. And in by Ryan Sullivan for two. It just came into the game. The press is on. Gaddis breaks that. Right side, Mahan up and not in. I hear he's got a wicked shot though. So if he gets hot, watch out for him. Way downtown. Ballou with the rebound. Greenwood. Ballou inside. Not that time, but he fights hard and up and in.
Great tough basketball inside by Trey Ballou, and he'll get rewarded for the chance of a three-point play.
So the fouls on Ryan Sullivan. His first. Team first. Checking in for Portland now, number 2, Griffin Buckley, and number 5, Jeremiah Alato.
Alato, the transfer from Westbrook, getting his first minutes in a Bulldog uniform.
Trey makes it a 3. Always nice to see a big man in Portland make free throws.
Absolutely. And you're seeing man-to-man pressure from the Bulldogs.
12-4 is the score.
Great deflection there. Gaddis comes up with it.
Pedro up and in on the break.
And that fast break still clicking.
14-4, it's a 10-point Portland lead here with 3.5 minutes left. Another turnover in the first quarter.
And 4 turnovers so far for the Knights.
Against 3 for Portland. Buckley.
A little 2-3 look from the Knights here. Good fight by Gaddis.
Oops. Teams tied in turnovers here. Gaddis will take a break as number 32, Ethan Fay, checks in for the Dogs.
Here's that man-to-man look.
Too much. 5th turnover for the Knights.
Neither team taking tremendous care of the basketball here.
Tyler Rose, excuse me. Opening night jitters as I stepped on you. Sorry about that, Frank.
Well, it's all right, Steve. We were talking about sloppiness in opening night, so you and I can do it too.
Buckley from way downtown. Ballou reaches over, up and in.
Just a man playing among boys out there.
Oop, whoa. That was a vicious pick. Portland ball. And another couple of substitutions as Tyler Oliver, number 4, checks in, and Bryce Canton also checks back in for the Knights.
Noble going deep to the bench early, trying to keep fresh legs out there against Portland.
Not a bad idea. It's 16-4 right now. 12-point lead. Thay dumps it off to Ballou. Nice effort all the way around. Ballou having a monster night here early for the Dogs.
And we'll have a foul. See what's on. We have an off-ball foul. Discussion among the officials.
Looks like they're going to call it on Thay.
And it is off-ball foul. The Bulldogs' first foul of the season, Steve.
9 points for Trey Ballou. Oop, nice effort there.
Ballou had his sights set on the basket on the other end there.
Nice effort by Oliver his second time around.
Scrappy player.
Ballou comes up with it. 18-4, a minute 41, a break.
And Olado loses it. They're going to say Noble ball.
So we're learning, and you know what's so exciting is, you know, this is really the time that Coach Russo, you could just tell his mind's, he's just learning. He is learning about his team. I mean, he's certainly had the practices and the exhibition season, but this is where he really gets a chance to see who's going to step up in a varsity setting. And it's not a bad crowd for a Friday night here in Noble. We expect the gym would be much more crowded if it were a wrestling match on a Saturday, but nevertheless, the rebound goes to Tyler Rose.
Your point there, Steve. Assistant coach Carmine Rumo told me during the JV game that Portland has a lot of dough and they're looking to see if they can make some bread out of it.
So Dylan Doobie checks in. And that was on Tyler Rose, I think. Under a minute here in the first quarter. 18-4 is the score. Portland making it look actually quite easy. Oop, Thay goes down. Oh my gosh, inside! and in.
Good placement by Buckley.
Thayer, presence of mind to find the open man in the lane.
.11-0 Portland run right now in the last 3 minutes. And here we go again.
With the rebound a little too far front. Again, Kyle Kennedy now checks in.
7th turnover for the Dogs, matched by 7 for the Knights.
.20-4 is the score. Alada up and player control foul.
The state of Maine call.
Nobody open. In danger of a violation, but nice play at the last second. Nothing doing as the shot is taken by Tyler Oliver. At the end of the first quarter, the score, Portland Bulldogs 20, Noble Knights 4.
We'll bring the ball up to Portland. As we see the starters minus Fonseca on the court. Good skip look from Gaddis.
That's off of Doobie, so it'll be Portland ball. As Jeremiah Alato will take the ball in. And that is going to be a Portland turnover. Oh, nifty move by Tyler Oliver, up and in by Adam Boucher for 2. You know, that was against Portland, but my goodness, what a great play that was to watch. Greenwood inside. The rebound, but it doesn't fall.
We're going to have a foul inside, Steve. Will be against the Bulldogs. Will be on Greenwood. His first. Portland's third.
So wholesale changes now as 3:13 and 20. Sullivan, Drake, and Brown check in for the Knights. I don't know. Seeing Gaddis in front of you, he's a big man.
The big man is not afraid to hustle, which is really what makes him a asset on this Portland team. We didn't see much of him last year. He's out with an injury. We hope Lewis Gaddis can have himself a good season here.
Fighting hard, but Ballou with the rebound. On the left side, Alato. Gaddis around to Mahan. Alato in and out. The rebound will come to Sullivan. Gaddis steals it. Up and in.
That hustle paid off for Gaddis there. Jump in the lane, getting away in.
His first 2 points of the game. 22-6 is the score. 6.5 minutes left in the first half here in North Berwick. So a foul on Trey Ballou.
We'll have foul shots for Ryan Sullivan, number 3.
Frank, we travel this year to, I believe, Oxford Hills. We travel to Bangor this year.
And early in the season, if my memory serves me correctly.
We usually find a barbecue joint up in Oxford Hills and maybe a diner like Dysart's or something in Bangor. We'll find something to do up there.
Oh, and with you around, Steve, I know I won't go hungry. A food connoisseur like yourself.
If I'm in Bangor, I might just grab a Chick-fil-A and call it a day. They have the best chicken sandwiches.
Lots of options up country. Of course, now with Miller's closed, it's not quite as easy a choice as it was in the past.
Oh, gosh, that was great. Saw some great basketball in that old Civic Center. Gaddis loses it.
9th Portland turnover.
So he'll take a seat, and number 1 will check in for the Dogs, Ronaldo Wakati. Our first look at him this season.
Nice little floater off the glass for Oliver.
4th point of the game. Dogs on the break. Quickly back are the Knights. Round the horn we go. Greenwood up and over, but Ballou there, and he'll get fouled.
6th rebound by my count for Trey Ballou. And he'll get rewarded with foul shots. Foul goes number 13, Brandon Drake.
Wakati, who checked in number 1, 5'8" senior guard. Ballou converts 1 of 2.
Right idea by Alato, but he let his man by, and a swat by Ballou, but it'll be called for a foul.
So Ballou's second foul of the game. 23-8 is your score. Just about 5 minutes left in the first half here. The Dogs are in command early. Oliver converts the first. And the crowd is saying, more please.
I love a nice Charles Dickens reference, Steve.
We'll have a timeout with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first half. The Portland Bulldogs are in front, 23-10. And we are back after the timeout.
Noble still showing pressure here.
Broken. Oh.
Given away.
I don't know foul, but it was an interception by Ryan Sullivan. That led to that trouble.
Well-read pass. See Fonseca check back in. Portland showing 2-3 zone on the inbound.
Another chance at it. Ballou skies up for that rebound. Mahan fakes inside to Ballou, up and in.
Good look by Mahan, passing up the shot and feeding the big man who's running the floor.
I don't know, but if I was on the basketball court, I'd prefer not to be guarded by Pedro Fonseca.
I think most of the state would agree with you.
Comes up with it. Mahan open for the three. Why not?
And he gets rewarded.
His first points of the season. 28-10. It's an 18-point Portland lead with 4 minutes left in the first half. Well, let's see who's going to get called here. They're going to call it on Mahan, I think.
Mahan's first foul. Portland 6th, so one more Bulldog foul will send the Knights to the line.
Buckley's going to replace Greenwood. And Oliver, Boucher, and Rose will check in for the Knights.
Portland's still in 2-3 zone here.
Nice touch pass. Oop, off the knee. To no one.
8th Noble turnover to 10 for the Bulldogs.
Gaddis checks in for Maine. Wakati into Fonseca. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Still an 18-point Portland lead. Buckley. Wakati, Fonseca. Greenwood steps back, pops. Gaddis with the rebound. Ballou underneath. Ballou again. 2 rebounds and in.
Noble, no answer inside for Trey Ballou.
Nice 3 for Garrett Brown. First 3-pointer for the Knights tonight. Brings the Knights to within 17. 30-13 is the score. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. No shot clock in high school basketball in Maine. Oh, Ballou, a reverse. Gets his own rebound and in.
He can just do that all day, Steve. Ballou with a distinct size advantage, and there's nothing Noble can do about it.
Trey Ballou, you know, we don't really think of the Dogs in terms of size this year, but they have 3 players who are 6 feet tall, and Trey Ballou is 6'5". And that's what happens when you're 6'5", you try to shoot over it. Wide open. This is Buckley.
And we're going to have a push.
Yep. So that'll be on Wakati.
And we'll go to the other end for 1-on-1.
32-13 is the score. Wakati's going to check out. Thee will check in, as will Doobie and Canton for the Knights.
Brown hits the first.
And Ballou gets the rebound with respect to the second. Gaddis on the left side. Fonseca. Buckley.
A good fight by Buckley.
Gaddis inside on the pass by Ballou.
Good look by Trey.
Well, he can do it all. Fay with the rebound.
And Ballou bring the ball up.
Around his back. Fay underneath, he's hit. And kind of a very, very hard foul. He's hurt. And we're going to go ahead and take a break here, as he will end up with a chance for a 3-point play. Fay is removed, and we have some substitutions here for Portland as Easton Bradford, number 14, checks in. And number 15, Finn Katz Cronin.
And the officials waved off that basket, saying the foul was on the floor.
So the basket somehow doesn't count, but Pedro makes it count as he hits a 3 for his 5th point of the game. 56 seconds left here in the first half. 39-14 is the score.
Gaddis with the board, gives it back to Fonseca.
For 3. That time it doesn't fall. Oliver with the rebound. Gaddis with another rebound.
Under 20 seconds to play.
Pedro up, and it doesn't fall. So at the end of the first half, the score, Portland Bulldogs 39, Noble Knights 14. So Frank, the Dogs firmly in command with a 25-point lead here at halftime. Let's just talk a little bit about the Dogs. The big scorers here are Fonseca with 5, Richard Greenwood with 7, Trey Ballou with 16, and that's not the whole story about the game he's had.
This is Trey Ballou's game. It's his ball, and he's going to dictate play. 16 points, 12 rebounds. He is scoring when he wants to score, and that's been the story so far tonight for Portland.
Well, folks, again, it is 39-14. It's a 25-point lead. We'll bring you second half action in a moment. So here we go, second half action. As Oliver has the ball.
And Oliver drains a 3.
First night in double figures with 10. Actually, excuse me. That brings him to 9.
Rebound for Canton.
Nice defense by the Dogs, crowding the middle. Oliver finds another way through, an open lane.
Now he's in double figures.
It was inevitable. So timeout, Dogs, 7 minutes left here, just a minute into the second half. 39-19 is the score, a 20-point Bulldog lead. Greenwood now inbounds to Fonseca. Back to Greenwood, and a nice stuff, but Ballou back up. Greenwood underneath and inside. Fights hard for that on a left-handed layup. He's 1 point away from double figures with 9.
Rebound for Gaddis.
He's got that athletic tape on his left shoulder. I thought it was a tattoo at first, but is that orthopedic tape? Mahan up and in.
Beautiful double screen baseline. Mahan knocks it down.
Slimman Mahan is a 5'7" junior guard. Pedro skies for that rebound.
And tosses it away. 11th Bulldog turnover. 2-10 for the Knights. And the first turnover of the second half.
You know, Mahan, great player, has had to kind of wait his turn as the Dogs have had tremendous success the last few years. Gaddis comes up with it.
9th rebound for Lewis Gaddis.
Greenwood up and in, and
great
a great
look.
pass. He does hit double figures now. He's got 11. 46-19, 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Oliver, nothing doing. Gaddis breaks double figures. In rebounds, Mahan
That'd be a
travels.
travel. Quick foot shuffle. And that's something that'll probably get corrected as the course of the season. Plays out.
Ryan Sullivan checks back in for Bryce Canton for the Knights.
Steal by Mahan.
And in for two. His 8th point of the game. Oops, off his foot. Pedro to Ballou, maybe one pass too many, jump ball.
And that arrow says Portland.
Of course, it was only one pass to begin with, but it was very close to the...
and Fonseca trying to run everything right towards the paint. We'll have a holding foul on number 20, Garrett Brown, off ball. Before inbound.
Yeah, there's a foul on Pedro. He turns the ball over.
Portland's first foul of the second half.
And Brown will get it to Boucher. Ballou with yet another rebound.
Good deflection by Garrett Brown. Those deflections create turnovers, although it stays Portland ball.
Mahan for three. Greenwood with the rebound, up and in and out, and Pedro now.
In and out, Ballou fighting again inside.
Well, this certainly bodes well for the future of the Dogs. Oh, that may have been Ballou's first 2 points of the second half here.
And that's what I have. That foul, I believe, will be on Gaddis. His first. Portland's second of the second half.
Set to check in for the Dogs are number 5, Jeremiah Alado, and number 32, Ethan Fay. That will fall for Kyle Kennedy, his first point of the game. Also checking in will be Tyler Rose for the Knights. So Kennedy converts both ends of his free throws. Fay to Fonseca way downtown, doesn't take it, thinks better of it. Fay inside the paint, gets it out to Ballou, inside to Greenwood. Pedro for 3.
Inside out look, just what we want, but great fight inside by Fay off the miss, getting his first points of the game. Rebound Alado.
Coast to coast. Fighting for the open shot, the Dogs. They will draw the foul, which will be on Ryan Sullivan. That's his second of the game. And shooting 2 will be Ethan Thay. Coach is Kevin Jackson.
Thay, a junior, he saw some time last year. And looking to make more of an impact this year. Stay Portland ball.
Gaddis to Greenwood and some traffic back to, not Gaddis, but Alado. And Fonseca will come up with that rebound.
His 7th rebound of the night.
Pedro from the top of the key, he hits for 3.
And those just catch and shoot jumpers can make all the difference out there. Inside out look from Ballou, Pedro knocks it down.
1:45 left in the third quarter. Oliver dishes. And a turnover. Nice follow. Twice is the charm, not enough. Oliver from way downtown.
That's going to be a foul on Ballou on the reach.
His 3rd of the night. Aaron Watson is the athletic director here. And a great 3 there from way downtown. Garrett Brown, you don't get 4 for bringing it that far, but nice effort. We have a Noble player down.
They let that play out, and they whistle it dead. It was like 22. Took the better part of a face off the court.
That's Jacob LaRoche. And we'll take a break. So just that quickly, they're back. Nice effort there, nice, wow, skying for that is Thay. Originally Brown got a rebound there. Pedro in the middle. Turnover Dogs.
Foot shuffle on the jump stop. 14th turnover for Portland.
55-24, 30 seconds left here in the third quarter here at Noble. The Dogs are in front. Steve Schwartz, Frank Myatt, Bobby Tavanian on camera tonight for WPPS TV3 Sports. Nifty move by Tyler Oliver. His 13th point of the game. Lotto up and in at the buzzer for 3. It's 58-25. We'll bring you the fourth quarter in a moment. Here we go, folks. Fourth quarter action. You know, the score, it's going to sound trite, but it's not as indicative as how, well, the score shows that the Dogs have just completely dominated in this game. However, they make it look so easy. I mean, Noble has had some runs here. You know, they've looked okay. Ballou follows up and a foul.
That's got to be about the 12th time he's gotten his own rebound off a missed layup.
Here we go, Trey Ballou at the line. Doesn't fall.
Portland not exactly lighting the world on fire from the charity stripe today.
Trey heard you. Let's just say that they've done so much so well tonight, executed so well, that that's something that they'll work on.
And that's something we've traditionally seen Coach Russo's teams improve on markedly throughout the season. Good strip by Ballou.
The break to Fonseca. Nice pass by, I think, was that Buckley?
It was Buckley. Steal and the assist.
Pedro breaks double figures here in scoring. Pedro inside. So strong. His 12th point. Oliver's going to get called with a player control foul, so that basket will not count as he goes up and over Thay.
Oh, nice look over the top. Good defense, good hustle back by Tyra Rose. Get a hand on the ball, knock it out. Sideline inbound for Portland.
We're going to have to dock your pay, Bobby, if you fall asleep on the job there. We all volunteer here for Channel 3.
And there's a turnover for Portland, travel on Ballou.
Frank and I like to say that we're worth at least 2 or 3 times what we get paid for these games.
Be careful, Steve, they'll end up cutting our salaries by 10%.
That's a labor of love, and we do love it. Oh, my goodness.
Nice backdoor cut there. And Boucher will be rewarded at the foul line.
On Pedro, is that foul? His second of the game.
Yep, that foul will be on Alato, Steve, the new number 5.
Oh, that's right. Excuse me.
It is kind of that muscle memory, though, of seeing Pedro Fonseca out there wearing 5. With Quinn Clark gone. 10 opened up.
You are so right. I've been saying that name for so long.
Here after 3 years, he'd wear the same jersey, but I think he did it just for you, Steve.
Pedro goes coast to coast. Alato in the corner, and good for 3.
All alone. Standstill threes.
His 6th point of the game. And it will be Portland ball. 66-28 is the score. 6 minutes left in this contest. Not many fouls called tonight.
A relatively clean game on the foul end.
Alato from Fonseca, up and in.
Just a layup line there for those two.
Mahan will check in for Pedro Fonseca, who gets a hand from his teammates and his coach. Pedro also on the soccer team that played in the Western Maine final this year. Thay with the rebound.
He's one of those athletes, Steve. If he takes up a sport, he will be good.
Mahan for 3. Oh my goodness. His 9th point of the game. And actually, he hits double figures, as I believe he's got 11 with a two-pointer as well.
That squares with me.
A little wild. Up and in. A nice shot by Dylan Doobie. 5 minutes left. The crowd goes wild here. 71-30 is the score.
And that's going to be back court, and it will be. This was right under the official's nose, although he may have been shielded by the play. As we'll see Ballou come out.
Richard Greenwood will check in for the Dogs. Lotto skies for that rebound. As it bounces to him. Greenwood double teamed. Maine. Open for the three. In and out.
A good hustle by Thea, but I think he'll be called for a foul.
And you are right. His second. 4:09 left. 71-30 is the score.
Easton Bradford will come in and spell Jeremiah Olato. Sorry to step on your toes there, Steve. We're still working out those early jitters again.
41-point lead for the Dogs here. Three-pointer for Rose. Stay underneath.
Good look by Greenwood. Dish it inside.
That's a player control foul that you could see from all the way up here.
Great work by Thea to set up inside there. Get it done on both ends.
It's going to be on Rose. 40-point lead, 73-33. 3.5 minutes left in this contest. Wakati will also check in at the next opportunity, and he'll come in for Thay. You know, you look at that team down there, they don't have a ton of depth this year, but, you know, you have to just wonder what a thrill it must be for a player to play for Coach Russo.
Absolutely, Steve, the best in the business.
Greenwood up and not good. He did get the rebound.
As we talked about Coach Russo, we had that opportunity to see his Hall of Fame induction in Bangor over the summer. Fantastic day. Saw the names of Coach Russo's past and present.
Whoa.
Surround him there.
Man was fouled. They didn't call that at this late date.
And that'll hit the basket support, so they'll be out of bounds.
But yeah, what a wonderful, wonderful time it was. It was a great tribute to Coach Russo. And really, the speech that Mike Johnson gave was incredibly moving. And to hear him speak about how Joe Russo has literally saved the lives of more than one person with emotional problems at the school and that sort of thing. What a tremendous tribute to this great, great man.
And looking at that speech, Steve, I mean, we're up there to talk about basketball. Mike Johnson, Coach Russo's former principal, a man who knows basketball in his own right, and he's there to talk about Joe Russo and what a just fantastic human being he is. From Mike Johnson right on through to the tributes that we saw after that, opposing coaches, former assistants, Dan LeGage, Joe Johnson, right down to the current staff. What a fantastic afternoon.
Kennedy converts both. Turnover. Portland's going to want to work on their turnovers a little bit.
Absolutely, Steve. We're up to 17 for the Bulldogs. 15 for Noble. That foul will be on Bradford, number 14. Should be his second. And we'll have shots again for Kennedy.
73-35 is the score. 2:21 left in this contest, mercifully. Kennedy converts that. We love this campus. Like they have a tremendous tradition. Great rebound by Wakati. Again, mostly in the wrestling tradition. We have spent many full days here. Our boys wrestled for Portland High School, certainly. Nice rebound for Tyler Rose.
They'll stay white ball.
There is Susie Schwartz, who has spent many of those days with us. She'll get me later for that.
No doubt about that, Steve. You better hope she doesn't watch Channel 3.
Well, if she does, she won't find the game. She'll have to look at 13:02. As 24, Kennedy with a 3. So he's come on with 5 points here late in the game. Mayen in the corner, why not? 4 threes tonight for that young man. Trading threes with Kyle Kennedy. A nice put in by Easton Bradford for 2.
Gets him on the board.
Jumper.
Noble just watching the ball now.
Why not? LaRoche with 3. He gets in the act. It's 78-45. 54 seconds left. Mayen will throw it up again. This time it doesn't fall. He'll follow for 2 instead. Look for good things from that young man this year. Had a chance to umpire some of his Little League games in the Bayside area of Portland. As the 2 is thrown up again by LaRoche. He hits 2 twos in the late going here. Buckley is fouled by Canton. Checking in are Mason Trottier and Jackson Het. 15 and 14 respectively for the Knights.
Jackson Het appears to be a fan favorite.
"13 seconds left here. 80-48 is the score.
And Portland just run out the clock.
And that will be your score. As the teams will shake hands. Coaches will shake hands. And Frank and I will be back to wrap up in just one moment. Frank, the Dogs with a 32-point victory tonight on the strength of 16 points by Stillman Mayen, including 4 3-pointers, and 19 by Trey Ballou. Greenwood had 11 points to also break double figures, as did Pedro Fonseca with 12. Wore 5 last year, wears 10 this year. Bobby Tavanian says that's because he wants to do twice as good.
And he's going to be called on to do twice as much work, Steve. He's running the offense. He's kind of trying to step into Teron Moss's giant shoes and lead this Bulldogs offense. But as you said, Steve, 19 points for Trey Ballou, 16 rebounds. He was just absolutely a man among boys inside. And overall, a nice opener for the Bulldogs, but some definite points to work on. Taking care of the basketball and setting up for some tougher possessions where they'll face more stout defenses than they did tonight.
The Knights were led by Tyler Oliver with 13 points, including a 3-pointer, and Kyle Kennedy, who came on gangbusters at the end with 9 points in the fourth quarter and 11 points total. The only 2 players that hit double figures, Garrett Brown with 8 points, and of course those kind of exciting threes at the end there, 1 by Tyler Rose and 2 by Jacob LaRoche. So all in all, a tremendous first effort for the Bulldogs. Will be playing, I think, Wyndham next, and Frank and I will bring that to you on WPPS TV3. Actually, TV 1302 on your dial. This is Steve Schwartz for Frank Myatt and Bobby Tavanian saying so long from the home of the Noble Knights, where tonight your Portland Bulldogs open the boys basketball season with a victory. Good night.